Woof asks, I struggle now to find people that are my people after a relationship with the narcissist. So, totally valid. That makes complete sense. Especially if okay, so we talked about earlier, like trauma really it creates a very isolating feeling where we all feel that nobody understands us, that what we went through is, just us. And I don't know about you guys, but I know for me, it was the feeling of I felt really broken and that I could not kind of reintegrate into society as a whole. Like I remember writing, this was years ago. I remember writing and I said I felt like a moth trapped on like the outside of a window. And everybody else was inside this room and they were laughing and having a good time and living life. I feel so disconnected from other people. So, I think kind of realizing that feeling of disconnection is very, very common. And finding your people, I think it starts with finding yourself. Because so many of us, after you go through an abusive relationship, maybe this is a sign that it's time for rubble around me, but I can start picking up the pieces that I'm going to rebuild with. And you can make a very conscious decision to look around and say, you know what, this idea of who I am, I like this. This serves me. This is empowering. This is going to go in the bucket of rebuilding. Okay, this idea out here that maybe this is somehow my issue, that I'm somehow less than, or that I somehow caused this abusive behavior. I'm not going to subscribe to that. I don't like that piece. Like that piece, that doesn't serve me. So I'm not going to rebuild with that. And then you put that piece down and you start examining all of these different beliefs and that you hold, and people in your life and friends and family and all of it. And you start rebuilding this empowering life for yourself. And once you start doing that, you will have a really solid idea of the people that are your people, because you're making that conscious decision with what you're going to hang on to and what you're going to let go of. And if you're struggling with how to even start in that process, this kind of goes back to a concept that I talk about a lot, which is, again, paying attention to how you feel, but gravitating towards people, places, experiences, ideas, all of it that make you feel like on an emotional scale of 0 to 10, 10 being, I feel juiced, I feel alive, I feel empowered, I feel excited. 10, like, yes, that's it. That's the zone. 5 being lukewarm. Okay. 0 being ice cold, like no way. To check in with yourself. How are you feeling? How are you feeling about this person or this meal or this pair of shoes or this friendship or this song or whatever? And you start asking yourself these things. How do you feel? Checking in with yourself. Do you feel is this like an 8 or a 9, or is this like a 6, or is it a 4? Kind of just, obviously this is a very personalized scale, so your numbers are going to be unique to you, and your numbers are probably going to change as you grow and change. But as you continue doing this and you gravitate towards things that are that 9 or that 10, that's your zone. That's where life is. You're living life. Like 5 is existing, 9, 10, that's living. And that doesn't have to be super expensive or difficult. I mean, that can be, making the decision of, I really take a lot of enjoyment from drinking a really good cup of coffee whatever that might mean. Maybe that's McDonald's coffee. I don't know. Maybe that's Starbucks. Maybe that's making coffee at home and having that cup of coffee while you play with your dog in the morning. Like whatever that 9 or 10 experience is for you. Knowing like this is a 9 or a 10 for me. This is really important. I'm going to do more of this. I really like this certain pair of pajamas against my skin. They're so soft, and that to me is a 9. That's a 9 or a 10. I love that. Doing more of that. And and that sounds so basic maybe, you just keep doing what feels good is really what it is. And that's going to lead you to a career that you enjoy. That's going to lead you to friendships that you really enjoy, to a significant other that you really enjoy. And you're not going to be second guessing yourself so much because you know how you feel. And here's the kind of the fun thing, because as you do this, my guess is going to be that you're going to find yourself justifying certain things, food, people, experiences, situations, what have you, that are maybe like a 5, and trying to convince yourself that it's higher up. And then of course, then you're going to realize, no, it's really a 5. But again, like to try to remove judgment from that and replace it with curiosity, because this is all a learning curve to this. So realizing, okay, yeah, I was trying to convince myself that a 5 was an 8, but it's really a 5. And now I'm really glad that this happened, because it taught me XYZ. Like it taught me that how a 5 really does feel and how an 8 really does feel. And it reinforced to me that I really need to move towards those peak experiences, those 9s, those 10s, and to really believe that those are out there for you, because they really are. They're out there for everybody. And that's that's one of the purposes of living is growth. Probably the purpose of living is growth. And that's a big way that we grow is to move towards the sunshine, move towards things that feel good. Yeah, Phyllis says, it's nice to know that I can be happy while healing. Yeah, right? Like, this is our experience. Like, this is our time. We get to decide what this means. Nobody else. Nobody else. Like, there is so much power that comes from that. And excitement and enthusiasm and empowerment, So, yeah, even if you don't feel like that all the time, just knowing that you can make this into whatever you want it to be about. Lots of love to you guys. You are not alone. You are not crazy, and you really can move forward and heal from this.